Hey guys, what is up? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode 290 of Constructing Los Dangeles. How's everybody doing? We are back on the city today, ready to continue to make some progress. And guys, I'm going to start this video off with a little bit of a shameless plug. I've been uploading a lot of videos on my second channel this summer, and for those of you who are not subscribed to that channel, you might want to be going checking that out. I've been putting out videos on a whole bunch of different games besides Minecraft. I've got some GTA videos, Pokemon videos, Call of Duty videos, Red Dead Redemption even on there, and then some other stuff mixed in, I guess. But I've been uploading like almost every day on my second channel. So again, like I said, if you're interested in watching some other content from me besides Minecraft, feel free to go ahead and go over there. The link is in the top of the description. But is it still a shameless plug if it's my own channel? I don't know. I just figured I'd mention it because it's been a while since the last time I plugged my second channel. But anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode of Constructing Los Angeles. We're on episode 290 today, guys, which means we got 10 episodes left until 300, the big moment where we're going to be finishing up this map. So I got to finish up the map in the next 10 episodes, which I think I should be able to do, just judging by the progress lately. Now, since the last episode, I've been working on the world like pretty much every night, and it may not seem like there's a lot of stuff done on the outside, but trust me, I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. The secrets of the world are now officially done. I think I mentioned this last episode, but all of the secrets are now complete, and I think you guys are really going to like it once the world is up for download, because it's got like a cool theme that's a lot different than the Danville secrets that were just kind of like miscellaneous things. But anyway, so that's like one thing that I've been really working on. So those are done now. So really it's now just down to finishing up the hospital and the Fort Biomes building, like pretty much what I've said at the start of like every episode for like the last like 15 episodes. But anyway, I'm going to work on the hospital today on the interior, and I have some topics to talk about. Did make some updates to the hospital as well. I have worked on this. I switched out some of the floors in here to make it look a little bit more colorful. I'm going with like this gray and blue theme. I think it looks pretty nice. This is the entrance room over here. You got some sitting areas here just for waiting. Both of those doors are restrooms. In fact, I think they're the same. No, one of them is... Okay, so this is going to be like men's and women's restrooms, so that's cool. And then over here we have the doctor's offices, which I'm probably going to work on right now. I started these last episode in terms of figuring out the plan for them. Now I'm really going to start to furnish them and put in the walls and things like that. But yeah, I'll get started on that, guys. But yeah, like I said, I'm just trying to finish the world by episode 300. Again, this is episode 290. No need to do a recap today. We did one 10 episodes ago. But, the next 10 episodes, this should be going by pretty quick, right? Time flies, I swear. I've told myself at the beginning of the month, which was, already like 15 days ago, that I was going to try to get this world done by the end of July. And I'm still holding to that. I really still want to release the world by the end of the month. So, I only have about 2 weeks left, so I really got to grind out, especially considering the fact that I'm like doing some things, outside of YouTube during that time. So I'm really going to have to prioritize my time. But I think I can pull it off. I've gotten this far when it comes to YouTube. I'm pretty good at time management at this point. So hopefully I can find enough time to get the world up for download. But not only that, but also, we'll finish the world and get up for download, I should say, the other way around. But yeah, that's just a little update for you guys. I mean, not too much updates. I really wish that I could show you guys the secrets. I really wish I could, because I worked hard on them. I think they're pretty cool, but I know they're secrets for a reason. You guys got to wait for the download to try to figure out the secrets. And, of course, once I release the world for download, I'll give you guys a little bit of time to try to figure it out. And then I'm going to make a video, about the secrets, and I think it'll be pretty fun. So it's going to be just like Danville in that regard, but it's going to be a lot more in-depth this time around because, I've been working on Los Angeles for 3 years. I'm not stopping. There's no stone not unturned when it came to the ideas for the secrets. So hopefully you guys will be impressed by it. But enough about that, guys. Man, I'm telling you, one thing that has been bugging me about being shacked up inside, playing CLD all day, pretty much, trying to get the stuff done, is I haven't been able to play as much Pokemon Go as I wanted to. I mean, I love Pokemon, guys. I think it's pretty obvious from last episode. I just really want to play some Pokemon Go, man. Like, I'm just so far behind. I'm seeing these pictures on Twitter of these people that have, like, level 2,000 Dragonites, and I'm just sitting here with my level 300 Golbat, just depressed. So, I'm going to have to make an excuse to go on, like, a trip or something, find some Pokestops, because Where I live, guys, there ain't no Pokemon. There's maybe the occasional Rattata. You know, the rural part of New Jersey, Route 1. Route 1. There is nothing around me. It's really demoralizing, quite frankly, because all I want to do is just become a Pokemon master, but I can't because there's freaking Rattatas. I have like about 60 Rattata, but I don't have no Lapras. I don't have any Scyther, Jolteon, whatever you want to call it. I can't like find any of these things, dude. I want a Dratini, can't find it. It's just never lucky, man. I want to have some rare Pokemons. You know, Jack's sending me pictures of his freaking Pinsir and his Lapras because Jack's in Florida right now, and I'm just beyond jealous. Like, I'm not even going to try to front. It's ridiculous, guys. But anyway, but that's fine because once I get CLD done, you know, I'm going on a small trip at the beginning of August. So that's another reason why I got to get this world done before then, because I don't want to have to leave for this trip. Like, I would love to have CLD up for download for you guys, and then boom, I can take a little mini vacation on this trip I'm going to. And then I'm also planning a trip at the beginning of September as well. So I'm going to treat myself after I finish this grind. That's been 3 years of CLD building, but until then, guys, you know, I got to keep on pushing forward here and getting this world done, right? So get it up for download for you guys. But we have all these walls put in and the windows, and these are just going to be, so basically these rooms are going to be waiting rooms. Inside here we're going to have a reception desk, and then the back room is going to be like the patient room where, you know, all the hospital business or the doctor's office business goes down. I don't know. I don't freaking go to the doctor ever. Like, luckily for me, you know, I've been pretty healthy all my life, so I haven't really, I go to the doctor for like the occasional checkup, you know what I mean? Like, I don't ever go here. So, you know, it's kind of hard for me to build this kind of stuff, but just because I don't have experience like seeing it before. So I've been having to do a lot of like research on Google and stuff to figure out, you know, how am I going to build this stuff. But you know, that's lucky for me. You know, I'm glad I've never really had to visit the hospital. Hopefully that won't change because of Pokemon Go, because I'm telling you, man, do not, whatever you guys do, please do not Pokemon Go and drive. Okay, so I will never do it. It's way too dangerous, man. Like, I was thinking about it. Like, I was like, I really want to try to catch some Pokemon while I'm driving, because, you know, there's some really good Pokemon out there on the roads, and, you know, that's my only opportunity to catch them because there's not really any near my house, and it's too risky, guys. Don't do it. Please don't do it. You've seen these crazy stories on the news about Pokemon Go. Do not Pokemon Go and drive. That's all I gotta say. It's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it. But anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about this so much. I guess it's just still relevant, but I wonder how long it'll last before people are like, oh, remember when Pokemon Go was a thing? Whatever. Then I'll just go back to the original Pokemon games, aka the better Pokemon games, because let's be honest, the original Pokemon games where you just catch Pokemon and train them in the game, those are the best games. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. Pokemon Go is cool, but it's not the real thing. Let's be real here. Let's be real. But anyway, guys, I don't know. This is the most random conversation I've ever had. I do have a question of the day to answer, so I will definitely be starting that up in a second here. But I just want to make a little bit more progress on this and stop talking about Pokemon Go, because I'm sure you guys are sick of it at this point. Like, my sub box on YouTube has been spammed, man. Like, every YouTuber on earth has gone from either like a Minecraft YouTuber or a Call of Duty YouTuber. They've all converted. It's all Pokemon Go now. It's the trendy thing, man. That's just how YouTube works. You got to keep up with the trendy stuff or you're gonna fall behind. That's just how YouTube is in 2016. You got to accept it, but, you know, I'm still doing me. I'm still grinding out some CLD. Alright, well, I have a question today to answer. I'm trying to decide if I want to answer it right now or I want to, I don't know, just do a little bit more stuff on this. First off, I got to put down some sitting areas here. I'm just going to do some waiting. I'm going to put like a bench in that corner there and then one along the wall. I guess they're both on the wall, but over here I'm going to do another one, and then we'll do one over here as well. And then I would like to put a Danville's anvil in this corner. That would be the ideal setup, to be completely honest with you guys. So let's go ahead and put that in. So this is pretty good. You know what would be awesome if I could put, like, how do I explain this? Like, doctors' diplomas on the wall. So sometimes doctors put like their certificates of where they got their doctorate from on like the walls in their lobby. That way, like, you know, it shows like the legitimacy of their practice. To, you know, just for people that are waiting there, it's like, oh, this guy went to Harvard. That's pretty cool, or whatever school you want to name. But not really sure how I would do that in Minecraft. You know, that's one of those things where there's just not enough detail in this game for me to do something like that. But speaking of detail, check this out, guys. I put down an item frame with a map in it. I didn't realize that they updated this on... Well, I think I did, but it was just kind of in the back of my mind. I just kind of remembered it. But check it out, guys. That's like the completed Los Angeles because, let's be real, guys, that's the completed version. I mean, the rest of the stuff I'm doing is interior, so there's not going to be any other changes on the outside. So there you go, guys. There's the final version of Los Angeles on a map, pretty much, for the 360 version. It looks great. I mean, you got the Alpine Mansions pretty easy to see up there. The northeast, you got the downtown area. It turned out to be a really big map, didn't it? I'll tell you, it's come a long way. It's crazy when you build something like a full-size map on 360 and you look at it, it's just like, damn, like that's a lot of stuff. But anyway, let's come back in here. Let's keep on putting some stuff down. I'm gonna put down another bench right there, another one right here. I will do the same setup where I'll put the Dangeles anvil up against the wall. So that'll be good for our sitting rooms here, waiting rooms, whatever you want to call it. I think that'll be good. Back here, what do I want the floor to be? I think I'm going to do acacia because it matches the doors. And you guys know my infatuation with acacia wood. It's a little ridiculous, but anyway, I guess I'll finally get to the question of the day while I'm putting in these floors. Why am I delaying it any longer? So today's question of the day comes from Riz, and the question is, were you ever going to make any animations on your channel? Very interesting. So as you guys know, animations are pretty cool. Some of them are kind of weird, but some of them are like really well done. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, like, I think way back in the day in like 2011 when Minecraft was really starting to get popular, like that's, I think, how, like, Captain Sparkles released a bunch of like really cool animations, like they were like parody songs, and those are pretty cool, not gonna lie. But some of them are a little weird, but I would love to do a animation on like Minecraft for like Los Angeles. I think that'd be cool. Like, make it cool though. Like, I wouldn't make it silly. I would actually like try to do something. Like, the thing is, I don't really have like the ability to do that. You know, I'm not like a Cinema 4D person. You know, I know how to use like editing softwares like Photoshop and Vegas and things like that, and you know, like After Effects a little bit, but I'm not like good enough to do animations and stuff like that. Like, that's just not what I'm good at. So I don't know if I'd ever be able to do it. Like, if I ever like met an animator that would be like down to do that, like I would totally be down to do a project like that, 100%. Who knows if that would ever happen? But I definitely think animations are really cool in Minecraft, especially if you can do something cool with it. Like, if I could animate Los Angeles and then make some sort of like parody skit or something like that. I don't know, not really a parody, maybe just like a skit, or even like animate one of the like maybe like a big, like a signature moment in like Survival Shenanigans. So what I'm referring to here is, I don't know if any of you guys watched the Crew with Speedy and all of his friends, KWire Speedy, but occasionally he puts out like animations from their Crewcraft series, and those are the kind of animations that I'm thinking about in my head. Those are like really, really cool and well done. So I don't know like who the guy who does that is or something like that, but like that would be something I would like to do for Los Angeles. I don't know if that would ever actually happen, but certainly a possibility, and certainly something I would definitely be interested in. So I consider it. I don't know if it would ever actually happen, Riz, but I appreciate the question regardless. And with that, guys, if you want to leave any question of the day submissions in the comment section, feel free. What else do I want to do right now? I've just kind of been putting in these floors here. I think we're going to have like quartz as this room. We got acacia wood, and then we got pretty much 3 different color floors, which is good. I just got to figure out, did I not do, I think I did this room, right? Yeah, I think there's one more that I didn't add the quartz floor, and I think it's this one over here. I could be wrong about that, though. I might have just done it, and I'm just, like, forgetting. Yeah, okay, yeah, right. I didn't do this one yet. So let me fill in this room here, and then we'll try to do a little bit of furnishing in here. I have some other things that I need to work on as well this episode, possibly, so we'll see what we get to. But yeah, guys, I just need to keep on working on it pretty much. I mean, that's the only thing I can say. You know, talk is cheap at this point, really is. I just got to just keep on working. And I've been working on the world, I would say, last 3 or 4 nights, trying to, you know, whenever I'm not streaming, I'm pretty much working on the world. And that's why I said that I was going to cut down a little bit on, like, my streams for other games. This last, like, couple weeks, I've been streaming a lot of, like, Call of Duty, GTA, Red Dead Redemption, like, other games, even Survival Island. So I'm probably going to just try to focus on my CLD streams specifically for the next few weeks until this world is done. And then I'll, you know, go back to playing other games on my stream. Because that's one of the cool things about my stream is that it's kind of, I just realized I'm shamelessly plugging, like, all of my other stuff besides my main channel. Why not? You know, it's my stuff, might as well. But that's one of the cool things about my stream is, you know, it's kind of like a combination of my main channel and my second channel. And it's you know, because I play, you know, Minecraft along with other games, so it's basically like, you know, a combination. And the community we've built on the Twitch stream it's been really cool. So for those of you who also you know, watch my YouTube videos and also watch my streams, you know, you guys know who you are. Much respect to you. All right, but anyway, let's see, did I do this one yet? I don't think I did. Yeah, okay, so basically I'm just gonna add like a little ceiling thing in here with some cords just to make it look a little bit better. So we're gonna put this in. This room is kind of small, and what I want to do with this, and I'm not sure if this is gonna work. I'm just gonna have to, you know, try it out. Let's see. What I want to do is take some quartz slabs and stairs. I want to put like iron blocks, and then have that be kind of like that patient. You know how you go to a doctor's office? There's like that patient thing, where it's like a big chair thing. I don't know really what to call it, but that's kind of like what that's supposed to be. And then I want to do some cabinets in here. But the question is, what color should I use? Probably andesite would be pretty good. Maybe some light gray carpet, and I guess that could be pretty good. I might even do some backwards furnaces. That could look pretty nice. So let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4 of those right there. We're gonna do some carpet on top of that, and then what I want to do is the backwards furnaces. That's something I do like for cabinets. I think it looks pretty good. Let me see if I can just get up here and place these in an ideal formation. Can I get that sideways? Oh, I forgot I gotta freaking crouch. Well, that makes matters more difficult. And okay, there we go. So yep, those are all good. Yeah, so those are good cabinets there. You know, I can't complain. Definitely like that. And then over here, I'll probably just throw down like another chair, because there's usually like an extra chair. So it'd be like, wait, no, I just messed that up. I'll just put it there. I'm starting to think I want to add a Dangeles anvil, maybe. I don't know. Put that there. Let's do, all right, so we have a chair here. This would be like the chair the doctor would sit in. This would be like the other chair, maybe if there's somebody else in the room. That would be like the patient. This is the desk, cabinets, trash bin. Trying to fit a Dangeles anvil in here, but I don't think it's necessary, just to kind of, you know, because there's always like some sort of bush or shrubbery or flower pot in a doctor's office, just to make it, you know, the mood a little brighter. You know, they try to do that just because sometimes it can be a depressing place to be. You know, because if someone's having like an illness or something like that, you guys have probably experienced this before. But anyway, we're coming back in here. Let's do another one of these. I'm gonna do polished, and we're gonna do the furnaces for each one of these. I think that's gonna be the best way to go here. So we'll take those all the way up against the wall, crouch, and do a little jump walking. Again, like I said, I think I mentioned this in previous episodes of CLD. In fact, I definitely have. They really got to add a feature where you can, how should I explain this? Where you can turn off the opening of furnaces. So like there's like a option in the menus where you can turn off the option to open like chests and furnaces. Like, I guess item interface or something like that. That way, like if you click on a furnace, or if you try to place a block on a furnace, it doesn't open it. It actually places the block, and without having to crouch, because that way you can do it while you're flying. That would be a feature that they got to add to the game, 100%. I think that would be a really good addition to creative mode. They should get on that, but, you know, who knows? Who knows? I've definitely mentioned that before. I still think it's a good idea, so that's why not mention it again, I guess. But anyway, let's take this and put that back in. So this room's good, so we'll do one more of these. And which one did I not do yet? I want to say this one. This one might have been the one I did. I don't know. It's so hard to keep track. Okay, good. This is not the one I did. We're in business. Okay. Let's do the cabinets and drawers and stuff, and the table over here. In fact, there should be a sink on these. Now that I think about it, there's always a sink in these offices, so I should definitely add that as well. I would say these are basic. I don't know what are they called? I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, there's no like specializations here, right? So that's kind of what I'm going for. These are just basic, you know, family practice or whatever you want to call it. All right, so we got that in trash bin, and I could put a Dangeles anvil there, or I could put this here and put a Danville's example in that corner. I think I'm going to do that for this room just because we got a little bit of extra space. Why not throw it down? So we got that there. And then I probably should add a sink. I think that's probably something I definitely got to do. So I'll add that in. It's kind of going to be tough to place. Kind of unfortunate. I'll just have to break that, I guess. And oh man, this is going to be annoying. I think I'm going to have to like completely replace the furnaces for this. Looks like I'm going to have to do that. Alright, that's fine. So I'll just place that there and do the whole crouch thing again. We'll have to do that for the other 3 rooms. Grab my quartz stairs back again and place those. And then we're going to move on to the other 2 rooms, add those sinks. But I would like to get these doctor's offices done by the end of the day. You know, if not by the end of this episode. Probably not going to be able to get them done by the end of the episode, but I want to get them done by the end of the day because I'm going to be streaming and I want to work on some new stuff on the building while I am doing that. Because, you know, again, my goal, now this is kind of a tough goal, so I'm really going to have to grind. My goal is to get the hospital and the 4 biomes building completed by, like, next week. So, like, the 20th or around that time. I know it's the 15th right now, so around the 20th if I could get that stuff done. That way, you know, I have like about a week after that to work on the finishing touches and making sure all the buildings are in the way they're supposed to be with no mistakes or anything like that. So that's kind of what I want to do. I want to give myself a week or so to make sure I patch up all the mistakes and then start to hype up the download a little bit because, you know, we always definitely got to do that. So let's go ahead and do this one last sink here, and these rooms will be done. These rooms will be good to go. Let's go ahead and place the furnace there. And let's do another one. Hold on a second. Let me crouch. There we go. Place the stair back. All right, these rooms are done. So what these rooms are going to be next to here, I'm trying to decide what block I want to use. I was thinking about doing some quartz just because it's not the same block as the wall, but it's like the same color. That makes sense. So I want to do, you know, reception desk in front of each one of these windows. Because you come in, you know, you say like, oh, you know, so and so here for an appointment. You know, the sassy reception desk lady is going to, you know, ask you for all your credentials or whatever happens at these hospitals. Again, I don't go here very often, so I'm not really sure about the whole lingo of things. But you know, I'm just trying to, you know, role play this the best I can. Whatever. But let's go ahead and do some oak stairs as the chair because, you know, it's a little bit of a mix-up from the acacia wood. I don't want to use too much dark oak wood for this kind of stuff. I've been spamming the dark oak wood. No need to spam it anymore. So we got our desks and chairs. We're going to have filing cabinets and things like that in here. So, again, best way I like to do filing cabinets is actually doing the backwards furnaces. So I'd recommend doing this in the city texture pack. Do some filing cabinets. We'll do one over here because you know what doctor's offices, 50% of the job is filing cabinets. It seems like. So we'll put those in on each one of these, and then I think that's what I'm going to finish off today with, guys. So thank you so much for watching this episode of CLD. I appreciate you guys tuning in episode after episode and giving this series constant support. It's been really, really awesome. You guys know I appreciate it. And I will be back for you guys again in a couple of days for episode 191. I'm going to be trying to upload CLD like every other day or maybe even every day coming up soon. Because, again, if you do the math, you know, I have 10 more episodes to get to 300 by the end of the month, which is 16 days. So I have to upload 10 episodes in 16 days. So if you do the math there, I'm going to have to upload every day, you know, at some point here. So maybe the last 5 episodes, I'll do 5 days in a row or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm still not 100% sure, you know, what I'm supposed to do. I'm working on my t-shirt designs as well. So I'm busy right now, guys, but I'm going to try my best to get it all finished. So thank you guys for watching this episode of CLD. A little bit all over the place, but, you know, we got some stuff done, actually, which is, you know, all that matters. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. If you guys want to leave some question of the day submissions in the comment section below, feel free. I'll try to read through those and find a cool one for next episode. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. It's been Dan Lags. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace out.